start our project, we need to select a photo. We're going to click on Links to Photos Album. This is going to show us all the images that we just recently took in our last class. I want you to go ahead and find yours, click it to open it, go to these three dots, and download your image. Once you have your image downloaded, it should pop up in the bottom bar. And then I want you to go over to Google Photos. Now I've done this intro probably 6 times, so I already have my image in here, and all you have to do is click and drag it in. Because mine is already in there, it's not going to duplicate it, it's just going to give me the original. Click your image open, close the bottom bar so you can see it in full screen. Click this edit button. It's 3 bars horizontal with 3 bars vertical. While you're here, what you can do is click Eiffel, scroll down and click Eiffel. This is your edit screen to edit the different filters. We want Eiffel because we're going to be working in black and white, and it gives us the best contrast. The next thing we're going to do is, because the program we're working with has a requirement to use smaller images, I just want you to pinch your, not pinch. You're going to hold Shift and just drag your image to shrink it a little bit. This is your chance to crop the image down into a more interesting perspective if it's something that you want to do. So let's say this is what I wanted to do, and I'm happy with that. I'll click Done. My edits are done, so I'm going to click Done again. And now I have my image. The last thing I'll need to do on Google Photos is Shift D or click the 3 dots and click Download. Now what we want to do, now that we have our image downloaded, we're going to go to Schoology again, and we're going to go to Step 2. If we open Step 2, there's going to be a redirect notice. You'll click Continue. This will bring us to Gagnon Studios. I want you to click Start. I want you to decide whether your image is going to be landscape or portrait. That's up to you. Mine was landscape, so that's what I want. We'll keep canvas size at 8x10. Click Next. Here's where you're going to choose your photo. So find your photo and click Open. Once you've got it opened, click Upload. If the image successfully uploaded thing comes on, you'll be able to click Next Step. However, you might get a warning that says image exceeds size or something along those lines, or is too large. Then you need to go back and recrop your image to an even smaller size. Now we're going to click Next Step. I don't need to rotate my image because it's upright, so I'm going to click Next Step. Here's where we're allowed to crop our image. Now we all have to do this. So even though our image is pretty much the right size, you can see that it doesn't fit the 8x10 measurements. You just have to click and drag from the top left corner down to the bottom right and get as big of a measurement as you can. And then you can click your box left and right. Whatever is not in shadow is going to be what we draw. So once you've got it adjusted to where you want it, you'll click Next Step. Here's where our line spacing comes in. We do not want 2 inches. We want to keep it at 1 inch. Here's where you can decide if you want thicker lines. You can go up to 2, but do not exceed 2. And then because our image is in black and white, we're not going to use black. We're actually going to use red, just so we can see our lines very clearly in our boxes super clearly. Now we're going to download this image, and we're pretty much finished here. If you open it, you're going to see that your image is nicely cropped. It's also got your inch by inch grid, and you're ready to go. So without further ado, you guys can get these printed and we can get started.